Hey kids!
Hello!
Welcome. How you doing, Kimmel?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I want to pause for a second and just, relish in the fact that you're doing good for just a second.
Yeah.
All right, and now I'm going to answer and I'm going to say, I'm doing good too. What are we doing today, my friend?
We're working on a program that's going to hopefully solve Sudoku. Sudoku.
Sudoku.
Sudoku, yes.
Sudoku puzzles. That's what we're going to work on. Just before we started, we created a WPF app.
Yep.
We checked that in. You get us the page up on GitHub. Let's switch over to your machine. There it is right there.
Where is it? So, yeah. This is it right now.
And the URL, I'm going to copy that to the clipboard. I'm going to drag the mouse over there. I'm going to copy that to the clipboard. I'll stick that in our chat room. So if you want to download that and work with us, you can do that. Switch back over to Visual Studio. So we're going to create this in WPF. We created a new WPF project.
Yes.
And double click on that main window.saml right there. So when you create a new project, you've got like a folder of properties and of references, and you got this guy. Here's where we want to do it. This is where we want to put it. I think it's going to look like, well, at the very least, it's going to be the Sudoku squares.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's also going to be something at the top. We talked about something that is, let's do this, somewhere in here. I'm just looking for my buttons. Gets me in. There we go. We've got a Mark and Campbell page where you can see both of our stuff side by side. That's what I was looking for. I want you to do this. Select the grid, and we're going to remove the grid.
Okie dokie.
And we're going to just hit delete, and we're going to instead type in SP and then a comma. So SP stands for stack panel, and a comma is without a name, is what's going to happen here. Comma means shorter version. And now we're going to set the orientation to vertical. So type in vertical there. Control Shift, Control Shift right arrow. There you go. We'll select that word.
Vertical.
Okay, cool. And then inside here, in between the two lines, we're going to add a new text box, which I think is TBX. This is a shortcut for text box. So just TBX, and you hit the tab to get out if you want. So you can indent it. You don't have to. You can also format it afterwards. There you go. And we're going to call this TBX available characters, I think. This could be the numbers 1 through 9, for example, that sort of thing. And inside the value, we're just going to type in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like that. Okay?
Okay.
With me on that? And there's a shortcut I want you to hit, Campbell. The shortcut is Control K.
D. Yeah.
D.
I've been doing it. It hasn't been working though.
Hold on the Control key.
That's
Hold
what
on the
happened.
Control key, hit the letter K and then the letter D, but keep the Control key down the whole time.
I did. That's what I was.
Now try it. Oh, there it worked. That worked. So whatever you did that time worked. Okay? All right. I want to actually put a label on here. Notice there's no label to the left. I want to get a label on that. So what I'm going to do is you hit selection increase until I get the text box selected. Okay, hit cut. Cut it to the clipboard. Type in SB comma one more time. This time we want it horizontal, so just hit enter. And now paste. Okay? Selection increase one more time. Just hit that key once and it should select that whole piece for you. Now hit the left arrow. And then hit enter and the up arrow. Oh no, wait, do it again. You got a selection increase from there. Left arrow. Nope, that looks like you're in the right arrow. Left arrow points to the big middle of the keyboard. Now hit enter and then up arrow. Good. And now here we want a text block. So we're just going to type in TV like this. Okay. Actually, undo. Hit undo a second until we get back. There you go. Backspace 1 and add the comma. So we don't need a name on this one either. So TV, comma. Okay. Right? And now say something like available characters maybe. Like that. I put a space at the end of it.
Yeah.
Okay? Control plus, yeah. Control plus the mouse wheel will zoom in.
Yeah.
Stick a colon after that. The S. All right, cool. Cool. Next we need to create the grid. To create the grid, you can selection increase until you've got the inside stack panel selected. Right to there.
Like, oops.
Zoom tight. And then hit the right arrow. Right arrow points away from you.
This is enough.
Oh wait, not quite there. One more. Select there. And then now right arrow. End key can also work. And then hit enter. And now here's where we want to put the grid. We need to set up the Sudoku grid.
So it's kind of 9 grids.
It's a 9 by what?
9 by. It's a 9 by 9, right?
Okay, so type in G9X9.
G9X9. And then space.
Yep. That's a CodeRush template for creating grids real fast.
Oh god, that's not the grid we want.
Well, it kind of looks like it's not the grid you want.
It is the grid we want, but it's not the right size, I think.
Well, it's not the right size. We'll fix that, but it looks like you lost the fields in here. But in general, we're going to change the name. Go find the name, double click on it, and we're going to change this to maybe GRD. Those are all lowercase, and then we're going to say Sudoku, like that. That's our Sudoku grid.
Sudoku. Okay.
Let's see if we can change its horizontal alignment. So come right here. Yeah, you can go anywhere in there actually. Oh, you got a margin. Looks like you dragged yours over. You can hit selection increase on the margin to remove it. Look out, Kimball. This is Pudding. Yeah. Hey, Pudding. How you doing, buddy? So where are we? We're out near the end and just type in H, and then you're looking for HO. Commodore 64 is now following. So tell me what you want. What you really want. That didn't work, did it?
Horizontal alignment, right?
Yep, horizontal alignment. And set it to left. See what happens. Nice. That's what I want. Okay, cool. So move it to the left, like that, and now we can see it right underneath available characters. If we zoom out a little bit, you can kind of see how big it is. Okay, make sense?
Yeah.
I want to play with this. I'm just going to, don't necessarily follow what I do, but I'm going to type in auto here. Oh yeah, it makes it really small. And I'm going to make this one over here auto as well. Like that. Okay, that's not too bad. So make those two changes. Change the height and width to auto. We failed at being the spice steps.
Wait,
Yeah.
so what does the auto do? What does
It makes it fit whatever's inside it.
Oh, so it basically cuts off those edges that we had that were just sticking out.
Yeah. Okay, next, let's see what I want to do. I want to put one box in, is what I want to do. Let's hit Control-KD again to get this nicely formatted. And then let's scroll down after the row and column definitions, right down here. So you're looking at this line right there. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, right there. Now I want you to type in, I think we'll go with TBX for text box.
X comma? Or no?
TBX. No comma. I'm not sure if we want these named or not. I'm kind of thinking maybe not. No, let's name them. So let's call this, we're going to call this TBX zero. Is that what I'm doing? Maybe 0_0.
Okay.
That, I think, is what I want to do. Inside it, what do we want to put? Let's do this also. Let's set its over here where my caret is.
Mm-hmm.
Just you hit enter, and then right there, type in W40, like that. See if that works for you. W40. Is that template in yours? I think it's.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you got it. Okay, cool. So W40 and type in H40 as well. Set the width and height. Okay, cool. Let's go to the end right here where the caret is. Put the caret at the end right here. I'm just going to do a / so we get all this in one line. Okay. Hold on, let me try something here. I want to see what happens when I come in and change only one of these right here, and I come in again. Oh yeah, it's going to do it. Cool. All right, so let's do this. You want to duplicate the line.
Shift enter.
Yeah, duplicate the line, and then change TBX 0_0 to 0_1. Okay. Now let's not do anything just yet. I want to also specify, now if we don't do anything, by default, the column and row, these go in the grid is 0 and 0. So this one's going to be in column 0 and row 0. But what I want to do is this, just for duplicate line to work. I'm going to type in C0 right here, and then hit the space bar.
Wait, where?
Doesn't matter, anywhere inside here that's not in quotes. So any side in the first one here, like before the word width, right here.
Okay.
Type in C0.
Space?
That basically says it's going to be in column 0. Now I want you to type in R0 as well. Okay. Let's duplicate this line one more time. Now that we have this, and now what I want to do is come in, change this to hold on a second. We're going to change it to be just like this. Look at how I've got mine here. 0_1. Row's still going to be 0 though, like that. That's what I want to get. See what I've done? So I've only changed, the only two pieces I've changed between the first one and the second one is this column. See it?
Yes.
And this column right here. See
Okay.
that? Now I'm going to try a
Finish
duplicate line here. I'm looking for that to go change only those 2 1s to 2s. And then I'm going to keep hitting it until I get all the way to 8. Okay? And look what's happening up above as you do each one of those. Okay, well, wait a second. So why doesn't yours look like mine is my question. Can you zoom out a little bit on your window? Hold on, scroll up. Scroll up in the bottom window. I want to see what's in the XAML. Let me take a look here. Huh. Where's your invalid markup? Oh, I see it. It's the extra one at the end.
Oh.
You just had an extra one of the same name. All right, cool. So cool. Got that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now what I want to do is take this whole thing.
And then just do it, but differently. Do
I
it
wanna
with
take
the first one.
The whole thing, copy it, and then paste it. And then I want to use, so just, yeah, from there to there, copy that. Come down and paste it. Is this going to be fast?
I don't think it will, then just shift enter.
I think that there's going to be a faster way to do this. I'm going to do it on my machine and then I'm going to give it to you, okay?
Okay.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mark this one. I'm explicitly marking the pieces I want to change, is what I'm doing. Right? I have to do this for each one of these, but because I have to do this 9 more times, might as well do it. And the same thing over here as well.
Wait, can't you just do the thing, I think it's Alt-Shift select, where it selects all of them?
Yeah, I can, but this is a special kind of marking that doesn't support rectangular selections. So I'm going to copy that to the clipboard, I'm going to come down and I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to change that to a 1, and hit enter, and that should be good. I'm going to come down here, paste it, change it to a 2. Oh, there's this one extra one that's being selected here. I'm going to have to change this one at the end of this process. Everything else is changing pretty quickly, but I just have to come back here and make that a 0. Make that one a 0. And then, why am I not seeing the rows come down here? Grid row is 2. I don't understand. Should be seeing them here. It's a little bit of mystery to me. Oh, invalid markup. Where's my problem? I must have an extra one of the same. Oh, here we go. We got the name wrong here. Okay, that one was also changing, it looks like. Okay, didn't quite get only the pieces I wanted to change. I wonder if it's smart enough to do this. Oh my gosh. Okay, look at that. All right, so try this, Campbell. Do you have 2 or 1? You only have 1? All right, so let's do this. I'm on your machine. I'm just gonna take these. I'm gonna paste them in, and I'm gonna use column select here to change that. I did not realize that smart duplicate selection was gonna be this smart. I'm changing only those, and now selecting this and hitting shift enter. No, it's got something slightly different on your machine, doesn't it? Oh, or wait, no, is it right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it looks right. It's totally right. And then again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Nice. It's a really nice use of that feature. All right, that's cool. So let me catch up on my machine, and I'll do that same thing. So let me do again, 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 and again. Cool. So now we've got our Sudoku pieces up.
Now should we try to make every 3 lines, make them more bold?
Yeah, we can do that. Let's do that. To do that, we want to use, I think, something called a border. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to go to the very top. So what we've got is this big, big stack, right? So So what I want to do is I want to come up right here after my row definitions. So I kind of want to just get away from the stack for a second and work here. And I want a border. Do I have a, I don't think I have a template for border, so we're going to have to type in open bracket. Go ahead and hit enter right where you are. And then open bracket, open angle bracket, and then letter B. You're looking for border. That's what you're looking for. And let's set, let's see if there's a property here called thickness, I think. Border thickness. Wait, get the border first. Wait, hit the close. Hit the close. There you go. And now move to the left. So you're inside to the left of the, and now this is where you're gonna have your properties. Add a space here. And then type in border thickness. You're looking for border thickness here. Hit enter and set it equal to like 5. All right. Let's set, width, type in width 120. So W120.
Wait,
just type in W120 in space, and then H120 as well. Interesting. Look at what it did on mine. What editor are you using? The Bugger 2000 is asking the question. We're using Visual Studio. We've got CodeRush inside of it as well. That's what's happening there. So this is super interesting, what's happening here. Like, do you have the same thing? Yeah, you have the same thing on yours. I'm not sure what's going on right now at this, in terms of this. I'm gonna set some color. I'm gonna do like the border brush and set it equal to black. So I can kind of see what part's my border. It's really, oh, I know what's going on. I know what's happening. Okay, the border is much bigger than everything else. And because we said the row definition was going to be auto and the column definition was auto, I put something giant inside of one column and one row. What I want to do is I want to change it. Do you change the border to black, the color to black? Change the border brush to black, just like I have. Let me zoom in a bit. Sorry about that, being so zoomed out.
Black, you say?
Yeah, black. All right, cool. Now I want you to do this. We need this to span 3 rows and 3 columns. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I think it is, I think the template is CS3. Column span 3. CS3. Okay? And then type in RS3 as well. Look at you already going in the right direction. RS3 to get your row span. Great. Okay, now it disappeared on me. Do you agree? It disappeared on you too?
That's what happened to me.
Okay,
as well.
Cut it to the clipboard. I think it's just the other text boxes are obscuring it on top of it. Cut it to the clipboard, just that line. So hit home, the fastest way to cut a line. All right, that can work too. Cut it. And then I want you to put it at the end. You can use selection increase. To kind of get to the bottom spot, and then right arrow, move down to one line just to make sure you're in the right spot. Move down one more line just to see it. There you go. Get right up there. Right up here, paste it here.
Yes.
See it?
Uh-huh, and now
Okay.
we just have to do that again.
We have to do one more thing though. Before we duplicate it, we need to tell it that we want it to be, well, you know what, let's do this. Let's just copy it and paste it down on the line below. But now it's right on top of it. We want to move it to the right. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yes.
So we need to align it to what? This is 0, 1, 2, 3. We want it to be in column 3. So we're going to type in C3 right here in the space bar, and there it is.
Oh, wait,
See it?
where did you do that? Here?
Anywhere inside of,
C3 space.
yeah, like that. All right. Okay, cool. you can copy. You can. Let's see. What else do we want to do?
Oops, that's not what I wanted to do.
Yeah, we can do that. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'll type in C3 here, like that. And then we want to copy this one and paste it to the next line. And in place of column 3, we want to change that to what?
We want it to be 6.
Try it.
Yeah.
Are you duplicating the line? I'm just copying and pasting so that...
I was, but...
Yeah.
Okay. If I can...
Zoom in a bit on your text, Campbell, so people can see that too.
Here?
Zoom in on your text. It's a little small. This is fine. Your text down in the XAML below. Just get that a little bigger so people can see it. Because we got the split screen, so we're a little bit scaled down. Control plus zoom. Control plus the mouse wheel. There you go. Okay, so that's 6. Good. These 3, we want to duplicate these 3 now. 1, 2, 3 like this. So select those 3, copy them.
Wait,
and
which ones?
these, hold on. Wait, you've got 2 in a row. You've got 2 that are duplicated right in the middle.
Oh. Wait. These ones?
Nope, that one's not duplicated. I need you to remove the duplicated line.
Yeah,
It's on line 123 or 124. Remove one of those 2. Fastest way the fastest way to select a line is to hit home and then shift down. Okay? All right, select these 3 lines of code and then I want you to copy them to the clipboard. Okay? And then come down and paste them.
Oops.
And when you paste them, let me know. You don't have the whole thing. Here, let me show you the fastest way to do this. Let me show you what happened. Look closely. See that right there at the end? See that? I'm going to show you a trick that never makes that happen again. Because the mouse was just close by, right? You didn't quite get it, right? Also see the front? Watch this. Instead of that, do this. Hit the home key, shift, shift, and then the end key. It's like 5 keys. Try it right now. Try it. I'm going to get you in a different place. Now do it. Home, then shift down arrow, and then now shift in. There you go. Now you got it. Control C to copy, then end to get out to the end, and then you're going to paste it. Okay, I put an empty line between mine right there, just so that I know which ones are which. So to get that empty line, just hit the home key to get the beginning of that line, arrow up or down as you need it. Up, 2 times. Home key again. Or you can do it here. Enter. There you go. Good. Now we're going to do something else. We need to change this, move this down, because these are there. We can't see them because they're being overwritten. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Yes.
We can't see them because they're right on top of them. So we're going to put the caret here, and we're going to type in, what do you think we're going to type in here? Do you have any guess at all? Any clue?
Oh wait, no, this one needs to be.
I'm right here. I'm just in between 2 different properties. You can be anywhere. Don't be inside quotes though. Wait, undo what you just did. It looks like you deleted the row span. It's okay to say, I have no clue. Because that's usually my state on this show. So you think you're going to change the column span. The column span's already set. We're not going to change the column span.
The template isn't working for me.
Well, it's because you're not giving it a number. But you don't need to set row span because row span's already set as well. Tell me what's in your mind because you're kind of quiet right now and I want to get a sense of what you're thinking. You want to set the row.
Mm-hmm.
It's R. and then a number. What row do you want to set it to? Oh, you want to set it to row 6. Okay, that might be right. Let me try it. See what happens. R6. Huh, I don't see it when I set it to R6.
No, it's there.
Oh, it's down there. It shouldn't be 6, maybe it should be 3. R3. And we want that for the remaining 2 pieces. So we're looking for grid.row is equal to 3. R3, good job. Excellent. And now we got to change that. We're going to copy those 3 lines, paste them, pop them down, and we want to change those to where? What change do you want to make on these 3 lines of code?
We want to set it to grid row 6.
Yeah, don't forget you've got that column select. You can make that really fast and easy. That's not bad. I think I want to drop the size of the, I think it's a little too thick for me. When I zoom out, I don't know, what are your thoughts on it? Hold on, let me come over and help you out. Hold on. Undo. Okay, this is not going to work because you're making a change across empty lines. Okay? So if you want to change them all at once, you might do a search and replace, or you might just do this, like that. Get rid of those, now make the change. Good. I love it. Nice job. I was about to do search and replace, which I hate doing because it takes so many keystrokes. But I love your solution. I'm going to totally do it. Did you change it to 3?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let me make it the same change over here. Make mine 3. Good. I like it. All right. So we've set up the grid. That's not too bad. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Not too bad. The question is, what do we do next?
I think we should make it so that you are able to put in numbers in. Wait, no, we already have that ability, right?
These are all, we've added text boxes. If we run it, let's just try running it.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. We can, right? Oh.
Move yours so yours is more on the right side of the screen so people who are watching can see it.
The font size isn't big enough.
Font is too small. That's something we can fix using XAML hot reload. To fix that, we just come up to the very top of the window, right up in here.
Oops.
You can fix it while it's running, is what I'm saying. XAML hot reload is a feature that you can fix things like this to allow you to change properties while it's running. So hit start to run it, so you can see and understand the feature. Nope. Okay. All right. Let me do one thing here. I'm gonna do this just to move your stuff. Okay, go ahead. So you want to get up near the top, like right up in here. Then we type font size and set it equal to something. We'll try 33. Oops, I did enter after. I don't want to do that. All right, then switch back to it and see how it looks. It's not bad.
The actual font, like the what is it called? The cursor? No, it's not the cursor. It's the
This
carrot.
This is the carrot, right?
The carrot is big enough, but the numbers are not. I think, or is that just 3? Yeah, the numbers aren't big enough for me. They don't fill up the box on my screen.
I'm not going to worry about that for now. I'm not going to worry about that for now. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Look at this. Why is this one up high and this one down low? Is that weird?
Yeah.
It's only that one? What position is that? What are the coordinates for that?
Oh, look, Dad. If you hit Control and then one of the arrow keys, it makes it go up and down. Here, I think you must have done that.
I'm hitting Control up and down. Nothing's happening there.
No, not, sorry. The Control right arrow will make it go up.
Yeah, I don't understand it. What's its coordinates? What's the coordinates of this one right here? Do you have the same problem or no?
It's when you hit Control right arrow. It's here as well. Oh, it's not. It's just here.
Yeah, I know. I think that you were just losing focus. There's something about it. What coordinates are this? I'm asking you. What are the coordinates of this cell right here? What's its row and what's its column?
It is column 1.
Column 1.
Or sorry, wait, column 2, row 1.
No, we're going to start at 0 for both of those.
Oh.
So column, you're right when you said column 1, and it's row 0.
Yeah.
So I'm going to look at the text boxes here. I'm starting the way I'm doing this is I'm doing row first here. So I want to be at row 0, column 1. That's this one. Yeah, it looks just like the one below it and above it. I have no idea why that's acting differently.
But for me, it is when I hit Control right arrow.
Control right arrow?
Yes.
Well, it's kind of moving up and down, but when I tab away from it, right, it doesn't stick, right?
No, it does.
No, look. Oh, you're right. Hold on, now I see what you're saying. Sorry, that took a long time for me to get at something that I could look like this.
Uh-oh, it's not, oh, okay.
That is really weird behavior. You're right. Okay, so everyone's got that same behavior. Okay.
Nope, not this one. Not this box. Look, wait, if I do...
Are you hitting tab between each number?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get them in all of them so that we can easily test them all. I just hit 162 keys. Okay. Control right arrow. Nope. This one we already had. Oh, this one as well.
Yeah, for me, it was working on every one I tried. It's weird. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because I want to kind of write some code. Pudding says all the ones. So you can't.
What? It wasn't working for me before on that one.
Can we let this go and go write some code, or do you want to keep investigating?
No, it's fine. We can.
Okay. All right. So let's write some code. We need to create an array to hold this. That's what I want to do next.
Okay.
So let's go over into the code. Let's right-click, choose View Code.
Where?
Anywhere. I think should work. And there it is, right there. Right-click, View Code, and zoom in your font a bit so it's big like mine is, so everybody can see it. And we need an array. And we need an array of, I think, something that we're going to call a square. I think I want to create a class called Square. Is what I want to do. So I'm going to come up here above on an empty line before the summary, and I'm going to type in the letter C and hit the space bar to get a class. and we call it square. And the square, I think it's going to take a parameter right here. And it's going to be type text box, I think, for now. Actually, you know what? Don't write that yet. Do this instead. Do that. Maybe I'm changing it up as I go here. I'm creating a property. So you type in A-O, A, then the letter O. That's an auto-implemented property. You can type in text box here and then replace the word object with text box.
Dad, because it's public, it's a capital first letter.
Like that? Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Change the type object to text box as well. Copy what you have in the clipboard and paste it over object. You can use Control. If you're not running yet, you can use Control B to paste replace. Good. Go down the next line. Let's add an auto-implemented string property.
AOS?
Just AS. Auto-implemented string property. Go, Pudding. What's your new question?
Oops.
And we're going to call this notes. You know how sometimes when you play Sudoku, you put your notes in?
Yeah, like in the corner.
What algorithm are we going to use to build the board? Well, we're kind of laying out the board in advance. Oh, to me you mean to fill in the numbers. I think it's going to go like this. Find an empty square, find a random empty square, see what's available, and fill it with a number. Make sure it doesn't, violate anything. Get, at least 16 of those out in there. Then we're going to throw it at another part of the code that tries to solve it, and see, and it just goes through and finds all the solutions. And if it comes back with there's only one solution, then we're good to go. And if there's not, then we kind of keep making changes to build the game so someone can play. That's kind of our rough stab at it, but we may refine that. Okay, so we got a notes property. The other thing I want to do is I want to add a Boolean property here called locked, because I need to know if the square is locked or not. Right? If we're in edit mode, we can make it have any value, but if we're playing a game, we're going to have some initial squares that already have answers that are locked.
Oh, that we can't change, yes.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I want to do this. On the next line, you ready? Are you with me or no? You're waiting on block. Type in AB to get your Boolean property. Auto-implemented Boolean property. On the next line, on an empty line.
Sorry. Enter. AB for a Boolean.
Exactly. And then lock.
Locked.
Excellent. Next line. Go to an empty line now. You can use a template called CC. It stands for Constructor Create. And what it does is it looks at all of these properties here, and the only one I really want to pass in right now is text box. So just select check text box. Oh, looks like you went ahead and hit enter without me. Delete that square that you just created, that constructor you just created. Okay, try again. Type in CC.
Oh, what?
Look, just select the text box down here. See what I've done? Hit the space bar to toggle. And now hit enter. Good. And now it's created a constructor, and it's assigning the value you pass into the constructor to what?
Text box. Text box.
Yeah, and that's the text box we're assigning to is the text box property, which is right here.
Okay.
See it?
Yes.
Okay, so now we've got our square. Let's move it to its own file. So put the caret up here in front of the word public, or use selection increase to get the caret there faster, whatever you want to do.
Oh, wait.
Fastest way from here where you are is selection increase, just a couple times and then left arrow.
Wait a minute, where are you? Oh, okay, our colors
I'm looking
are
at where
different.
you are. Yeah.
Our colors
All right.
are different, so
Hit the code rush key.
Control dot.
Move type to file. Okay. Hit escape to get back. Wait. Go back. You accidentally hit a backtick key. Go back. You can hit control. No. Don't hit undo. Hit control tab to navigate through these windows. Control tab. Go to square. See that? Hit backspace. See that right there? There you go. Good. Okay. Now you can see.
Unit 7, where are you? We need your help.
Navigator, we are in space right now.
Oh, yeah. All right.
We are in space. Unit 7, we're going to need your help to get through this code. Can you just blast that guy, please? Oh, thank you. All right, cool. Let's go back to new Windows Assemble. Now I need an array of those squares. Does that make sense what I'm saying? I need an array of squares.
Yes, I think it does.
You remember what an array is?
Yes, it's the, that thing.
It's a what?
It's that, basically.
Wait. I'm not
That's
able to
what
hear
it's
you.
called.
Let me turn down the music a little bit so I can hear you. Say that again. What's an array?
An array is, it's the syntax is those, and it basically stores a bunch of information. Kind of like a list. It's
Yeah.
a similar way to a list.
It's a little bit like a list, but I can also do multi-dimensional arrays, right?
Yeah, so you can have two basically properties almost.
Yeah, so I want to have a square, I want to have a two-dimensional array. And I'm pretty sure the syntax is this in C#. And so, sure, why not? I'll call it squares. And I'm going to say that's equal to a new square array of 9 by 9. Which I think that's the syntax. Do I have to do parens?
We're
I
in
don't
different
know.
places, I think.
Maybe not, it doesn't like that. There, it likes that. Okay, so that's it right here. Instead of you typing that in, I'm going to come over and paste it for you. Okay? Because I'm your friend, man. Right?
Yeah.
Friends paste code
So-
sometimes. Go ahead. Ask away. Tell me.
Oh, never mind. Okay. Wait. So if, why wouldn't it be 8? Because it starts at 0.
Oh, because this is the count, not the final index. So same thing if I do a one-dimensional array. If I want to say like say a one-dimensional array of ints, and I say it's like my ints, like that, whoops, and we say it's equal to new int array, and I'm going to say it's equal to 9, that means I will be able to access my ints of 0 all the way through my ints of what?
Of 9.
Nope.
8.
8. If I try 9 there, 9, the problem is this, right? Look, let's just say it was 2. I have 2. That means I only get these 2. I couldn't get a third one in there because it's only too big. This is the size, I'm sorry, hold on, there. This is the size, not the final indexer. The final indexer will always be 1 less than this
Okay.
because I'm starting at 0, right? So if I only have 2, I can't have this third one. I have to get rid of it. I'll get an index overflow error or something like that. Index out of bounds error. Hey, Mystic Soda! Mystic Soda was there helping me out with the no parens. Thanks for that help. Thanks for the assist there. All right, so we've got the squares. Arrays in most cases start at index 0. That's right. In some languages, I think Visual Basic is one of them, they start at index 1. Turns out that starting at 0 actually results in easier code, more concise code in a lot of cases. So we'll talk about that. Maybe I'll talk about that later after the show and explain why that's the case. That tends to be the case. Anyway, we've got some squares. We need to now initialize these squares. Is what we need to do. Oh, whoa! I'm in the wrong place. I'm sorry, buddy. Take this. Cut this to the clipboard.
Okay, that's why. I was so confused because when I hit escape, it brought me to a different place than where you were. Oops.
Cut this whole line to the clipboard. My thought process is good. I just totally disoriented. All right, we're getting out of here. We're going back over to the main window. The main window is going to have these. Okay, that's what I want. Yeah. Mystic Soda's got some helpful information out there in the chat room. It says, I think of the last index as being your array length -1. Campbell says okay.
So wait, if you have a size of... Oh wait, never mind.
If I have a size of 1,000,001, what's my last indexable?
1 million.
Yeah, it's 1 million. Okay, that's right. I'm looking at Sudoku algorithms, and they don't look so trivial. Yeah, I was hoping that wasn't going to be the case. That's all right. We're going to go for it. We're going for it, Pudding. And the brute force one is just bad. Yeah. Well, you know, we'll see what we can do. At the very least, we're going to build an editor. We're on our way there. All right, so we got some squares, Campbell. Do you agree?
Yes.
What are we going to do with these squares? What do you think we're going to do?
We're probably going to have to access them at some point.
Right. We're going to have to access them. Exactly. Pudding's asking a question to you, Campbell, in the chat room. He's saying right there.
I do. I really do.
You like it?
Yeah.
Okay. In fact, the idea came from you holding a Sudoku thing. Sudoku. We couldn't get this pronunciation wrong. We need to fill these squares. Let's do it after we call an initialize component in our main Windows constructor. So this is our constructor. We know it because it doesn't return anything. And it's got the same name as the class we're in. See that? It looks like a method, but it's a special method called whenever I create a new instance. That means I can do setup here. Setup.
Okay.
Yeah. Pudding says, nice. I saw those when I was younger too. Genesis27 says, eating pudding. Pudding says, but that's really cool. All right, cool. So now we want to initialize this. So what I'm going to do is I want to come in here. Let's just initialize the first one. Squares of 0, 0. What's that equal to?
Square 0, 0 is equal to the top left, right?
Yeah. Well, my question is, look, I created a square. Look at the parameter I set up for it. A text box. What text box am I going to pass into this?
Oh, the one for 0, 0. So...
All right, let's try it. TBX 0, 0. There it is right there. See it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I'm going to duplicate that line. And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to change this to 0, 1.
0, 1.
And 0, 1.
Yeah.
Okay, with me?
Yes.
So far?
And then
Duplicate that line.
Until it's 8.
Boom, 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 boom. And whoops, the 9, we only go to 8. Right there. So we're going to select all of these.
It's similar to what we were doing before.
Yeah. Duplicate all of those lines, and we're going to, I'm going to hit escape for a second, and I'm going to use column select on the duplicated piece, changing just that, and this, like that.
I think if we shift enter it again, it might.
I'm going to do it again right here.
It might replace it with 2s, yeah.
Look at that. And it gets them all the right way, exactly how I wanted. Notice that I ignored the other one here that didn't touch those. So now I can just, now I'm set. I just go boom, 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 and boom. 8 all the way to 8.
Yes. Oh, can you test that code?
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, where's Campbell? You just chilling out over there, watching your dad break a sweat? Come on, man. Here it comes. Here comes the work of my years of toil. All right?
It was actually only a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
even less.
Okay. We fill 9 different pudding flavors instead of numbers. Better use ad block. You know what? I'm sorry, pudding. That's not working. I know what pudding wants to do. He's trying to make me talk. I'm going to try restarting. I got to go look in and figure out why it's working. Everything else works, but if I restart this, it'll start working. That's what I think. Don't quite understand. Let's restart it. and see if that solves a problem. Try now pudding. I'll try it too, Mark. Hey. No, it did not work. Campbell should have his own bot to do cool stuff as well. Yeah. We should do that. Okay. I'll give you another.
Wait, again?
Yeah, they restarted it.
That's the second time today, Pudding. Now I'm gonna have to clean my keyboard out twice.
I'm thinking, hold on a second. Hold on, I'm gonna refresh that. I wanna go refresh this. We'll see if we can get you covered here. Now, will this work? From there, that looks like that actually worked. And now, okay, now I think there's a shot it'll work. There it is. You did it. All right, now he's got control. Okay, back over to the split view. All right, so now we've initialized all the squares.
Yes.
You with me?
Now we need to make it so that when we edit it, once we're done putting all the numbers in, we switch over and we let it solve it, right?
We let it solve it?
Oh wait, no, first we have to like lock them in, right? We have to do the where is it?
I want to be able to see which one is selected.
What do you mean? See which one is selected?
Well, these squares, in order to enter something in, we need to know which square is selected. We need a way to indicate which square is selected.
Yes, okay.
I want to do that first. And then I want to get our keyboard motion set up so when I move the keyboard, when I use the keyboard, it moves the selection.
Yeah, okay.
You with me?
Yes. Yes, I am.
I think one way we can do it is to change the color of the background.
Maybe. We might also just change like the outline of it to make it thicker into different colors.
We can do that, but we need to add a border and we need to move the border and tell the border which column it's going to go into. We can do all of that.
We might do the background color then.
So here's what I want to do. I need to have I'm going to copy square to the clipboard right here. Can you go copy that to the clipboard?
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah.
I'm up near the top.
Yeah, I know it. I got it.
Okay,
as well.
so copy to the clipboard, and then down on the next line, type in A, and then the backslash. Backslash uses what's on the clipboard. All right, and then we're going to call this selected square. Hit the coverage key on it. Go to the beginning of the line with the word public and hit the coverage key. I'm going to choose convert to property with backing field. Home key is faster. There you go. Convert to property with backing field. Like that. And take the set, get the set on its own line. Like this.
Wait.
Yeah, just hit enter there. Hit Control KD to get that formatting right. Put the caret right in front of the word set. And let's choose introduce setter guard clause for this.
Oh, control that.
Okay, and a setter guard clause just checks to see if something is already, if when we set it, it's already equal to the same value, we're going to return. This is where we get to write our side effect code when the selected square changes. Does that make sense?
Yes.
When it changes, we can do things here. So one of the things we can do is we can go in and say selected square dot hide selection. Like that. Doesn't exist yet, but we're going to write it. Okay? And then I'm going to do this. So look at the code I've written right here. Here's what I've written. And let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. These don't exist yet. We're about to create them. But what's going on here? Wait, one thing I haven't explained yet. See value? That's when here's what happens. If I have a line of code down here that says this is equal to like null, right there, or maybe I have it say something like this. When I do that, selected square, when I assign it, see it, we need to call the setter. So we call the setter of the property. We pass in as the value the value of the expression on the right side of this equal sign. So whatever squares of 0, 0 is, that's going to be value. This line of code checks to see if the selected square is already that value. If it is, we get out. If it's not, we call selected square. I need to do one other thing, check to see if it's not null. If not null, if it's not null, then we hide the selection. Then we set selected square to the value. Remember, it's this one here from this line of code. And then we call show selection. Did you follow that?
Yes. I think.
Why do we call hide selection then show selection on what seems to be the same thing? Is that going to work?
Oh, it's because when we give it value, or when there is value on it, we want it to be able to show that it's selected in that time. No, I'm not sure.
You're not sure? Does it seem to you like if we call hide selection on selected square and then call show selection that it would just flicker?
No, it would just show because it would flicker, but we wouldn't be able to see it flicker.
That's what it would seem. But look at what's happening on line 36. What's going on line 36?
It's giving the selected square value.
Yeah. So when we call show selection, is it on here? Is it the same square that we called hide selection on right here? It's the same variable, but is it the same actual square?
No, because because
You can say I'm not sure too.
both selected.
Wait,
They're
what'd you
both
say?
the selected square.
I need. What'd you say? A little louder. I didn't hear you.
If they're both the selected square, then they are the same.
Kind of. Let's do. If I have a variable called a, and I set it equal to value like this, and then I say a dot do something cool. Tell me who you are. Like that, I'll call the method tell me who you are. It's going to come back and say maybe let's do one more. Maybe not tell me. Let's do this. Tell me where you are. Okay. And it might come back and say, I'm at 3, or 2, 0. Like that. Cool. And then if I say on another line, like maybe earlier than that, if I say a is equal to selected square. And if I say a dot tell me where you are, this time it's going to say something different. We say maybe I'm at 0, 0, or 0, 1, or whatever. Let's get rid of a here, the var part there. Okay, so now look what's going on. I have a variable called a. It's just a bucket for holding a value. Okay, I say tell me where you are. It says I'm at 0, 1. Cool. Then I empty the bucket and put a whole new thing in the bucket. But I still say, hey bucket, tell me where you are. And now it can tell me something different. Do you see that? It's the same variable name, but its value changes on line 37.
Yes.
the impact of that is that it won't flash.
Wait, no,
won't-
line 30. Oh, yeah, wait. Oops, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I just thought that line 37 was just above, so.
Okay. Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
So if I have a bucket, I can put things in the bucket, call a method. So here when I call hide selection, it's on the old selected square. Then I set it to the new value and then call show selection on the new value. I can also do this, by the way. Because these are both equal,
Wait, why would we hide the selection on the selected square?
because it's the old one. We're changing it. We're in the setter and we've stored the selected square as a field, right? But now we're changing it to a new value. I can make this really clear by doing this. I can say, I can do this. I can say square, old selected square is equal to selected square. And then I can do this. Look what's happening now in the code. How does that look to you? Now I'm calling old selected square, hide selection, and then here I can go back to this if you want. So I'm hiding the selection on the old selected square because I don't want to keep having the selection move all over the place.
Selected square different from the?
What'd you say?
What makes that selected square different from the selected square?
Line 37.
Yeah.
Because I've now said, I don't care what was in the old bucket, I'm giving the old bucket a new value. It's like I grab your bucket, I dump it, and I put something new in it. You were carrying blue paint, and now you got red paint. And I say, what's in your bucket? And you're going to say, before I do that, you're going to say it's blue paint. And then I dump it, and I pour in red paint. I say, what's in your bucket? I ask you the same question. And this time you say, oh, it's blue paint now. Or red paint, or whatever it is. You switch them. And I'm like, I'm asking you the same question, right? What changed? I dumped everything out of your bucket and put something new in it. In the same way, I can simply say, I can make a call to a variable, and if I change what's in it, right, then I can, then it's going to show up in a different place. So in this case, it'll select a different square. So that's kind of what's going on. But we need to clean up. If we don't have this line here, let's comment this out, and I'll show you why we need it. If we don't have this, as we move our selection around, it will have a trail of background changes that won't clean up.
Okay.
Let's do that. Let's create a trail of those that don't clean up. So let's create a show selection right now. So hit Control. Or here, let's get you caught up with.
Oops.
You need selected square. You need this line of code right here. I'll give it to you right now. Is that cool?
Yeah.
You need this line of code. Go declare show selection.
Declare a method.
Drill into it. Okay. And then inside here, you want to say text box dot
X.
background equals.
No, wait. I messed something up.
You hit enter and just go up one line. There you go.
Okay.
Text box dot background.
Oh.
Yeah, that template does not work here. The templates we're using only work in XAML. So you can just type in TEX because you're accessing the property number 9 on line 9. See it? Text box dot background equals new.
I got it now.
And then solid. Oh, it's not here. Dang, I'm going to have to type this in. Solid color brush. Give me a second. I'll type it in and give it to you. And that's going to need a color, I think. Color dot. I'm going to say colors dot. I'm going to get blue for now. All right, let me copy this whole line of code and I'm going to give this to you so you don't type it in.
Okay.
You You said you got it?
I got it. Yeah. It's
Okay, go ahead. So you're gonna have to do solid color
Yeah.
brush. What'd you say?
I know.
Okay. Control dot on that to bring it in. Colors. If you control space, you should get the uppercase C that you need there. There you go.
Dark blue, like this, right?
Pick whatever color you want. And then semicolon at the end. Okay, now we have to just add some code to select it. I think what we do is this. At the end of our initialize component call, so I'm on, like, for me it's line 133 of main window .saml.cs. I'm gonna do this. Selected square equals squares of, I'll do 8, 8. You can pick whatever one you want to do, like that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna run it and see what happens.
Wait, where did you put that in?
At the end of my initialized component in main window.xaml.cs. Something about line 133 for me. Nope. Before that, you need to be inside the method. Right now you're in the class, and now you're in the method, the constructor.
What was it? Selected square?
Yeah, what does this line of code do? What do you think is going to happen?
It's gonna turn 8, 8 blue.
That's what I think it's going to do. You pick whatever one you want.
Oh wait, I'll do 0,
I'm going to run and see what happens. Alright. Don't want to ruin the surprise. Did it work for you?
Yeah.
Alright, so you did 0, 0?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I did 8, 8. So,
We
what's
might
cool...
want to make it, wait. Yeah, we might want to make it a different color that isn't blue, because that's
Sure.
kind of hard to read.
Contrast is way too low. Yep,
I
definitely
can't
way
even
too low,
see
but
on the,
we verified a couple things work. One of the things we verified that works is we're able to address these text boxes by position, by coordinates.
yeah.
That's what that line of code we added on 134 is, right? If we just very quickly change that, if I change it to like, I don't know, let's do 4, 7, like that, and run it again. And let's see, is that in row 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 7 across. So perfect. So that is working. Next, I want to be able to move the selection around in response to keystrokes. You with me?
Yeah, so right arrow will move the selection. Right.
Yeah. What we need to do this is an event handler. So I want to get up to my main window, and I'm going to add an event handler for the window. I'm not going to do, you can normally do an event handler on the text box, but I'm not going to do that because we need to kind of preview the key messages before anything else happens. Okay? And that's what we want to do. So what I want to do here is I'm going to come in here. I'm just going to hit enter at the end of this line. So coming right here at the top. Control home will get you to the top pretty quickly, I think. Right here at the end of the window tag. See right here where I am?
Yes.
Right after that font size setting that we have. All right, right there. I'm going to type in preview key. Looks like I previewed key down.
Key down?
Is the one I want.
New event handler?
Yep. That's what I'm going to do. Then down here, down here I'm going to say if e dot key, what is it, equals key dot, the right arrow in here, right. If it's equal to the right key, then I want to move the right. That's what I'm going to do. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do this, Campbell. I'm going to do that. Just right now. Just to see if it works. Okay?
Okay.
If it's right, I'm going to set the selected square to something different. So B space, there you go. And then just set selected square equal to set it to something different than what you've already done. Right? And I just want to see, do we get rid of the blue or not?
Is equal to squares. Oops, wrong one. No. Ugh. Just that. One.
Semicolon at the end. There you go. Save, run.
Oops. Oh, it already saved.
All right, so now get it on screen so we can see it. Move it to the right so we can see it.
So if I do
Hit the right arrow.
Oh.
All right. See, it did not erase the first one.
It didn't.
So let's call your attention back to, I'll do the same on my side. I'll run it. And I'm going to come in here and hit the right arrow key, and it doesn't erase on mine.
Dang it.
Why isn't it erasing?
I don't think we ever wrote code for it to erase.
Yeah, if we go back to, go up to the top of mainwindow.xaml.cs. Delete that, I'm going to scroll my mouse over and get rid of that. Right there so you can see more code. Get right in here. See these 3 lines of code?
I don't have that comment.
Do you see them? This is where we were calling hide selection.
I do not.
I know you don't have them, but do you see them on my
Yes, I do see.
machine? Right? So I'll give you those lines of code. Okay. Now let's declare hide selection. What do you think this code's going to look like?
I think it's going to
So
textbox.background is equal to new solid color. Oh wait, no. Is equal to null.
Can you hit enter so that you add the code?
Yeah. I think that it's going to look something like this.
Shift N, get you out there quicker, faster. Shift N, copy, come down and paste. I'm going to do something based on it. This is what I think it looks like. I'm not sure if null will work or not. You can try it. All right? Put a semicolon there and try it. Move it to the right so we can see it. Hit the right arrow key.
Yeah.
It works. Nice. I love it. So null works.
Wait a minute. I want to try something then. Can I still... Yeah, this works. Wait. I don't think we'll be able to get back to that. No, wait, we will. Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Maybe not.
We'll figure it
No,
out.
because
We'll-
if it doesn't have a background, can set its background to a new color.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do this. You just set it to a new color brush, this line of code right here. So you can, what you've got will work,
Okay.
okay? All right, next, we need to actually figure out what the next one is when we hit the right arrow key.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yes.
Well, to do that,
Wait, that will be easy, right? It will. We just have to add to the number of row, the row number, which is the first one, correct?
kind of, but we need to get those first. So we need to figure out where it is. So what we need is, a method that looks something like this. Get selected
Square?
maybe get square position. Get square position. And I'm going to pass in selected square. And I want it to pass out to me a row and a column. Like this.
So that we know which one is selected.
Yes, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new method after this called select square. Not selected square, but select square. And I'm going to pass in row and column to it. But I'm going to change one of them. If we're moving to the right, we're going to say column plus 1.
No. Oh yeah. Wait. Column plus 1.
Okay? And then we're going to get rid of this and we'll figure this whole thing out. We'll figure out these methods. So these are 2 methods I want to start with. I'm going to come over
I
and give
always
them to
think
you.
that row is moving on the x-axis and column is moving on the y-axis, but really it's switched because it's the column number that we're on.
Yeah, in this, our first parameter is rows, and our second parameter is columns. And it's a little bit inverted over x and y traditionally. So yeah,
No, sorry, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying because row, I think we're moving like in the row, across the row, and in column, I think we're moving like across the column. Does that make sense?
Column we're moving up and down, right?
No, column we're moving to the side.
Oh, well, yeah, as we change it, you're right.
Yes.
As we change it, yeah.
We change it.
Okay, ready to go?
No, we have to declare them.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so get square position. Let's declare that.
Generate method?
Sure.
And then here, declare method. I don't know why the other one said generate method.
Generate one is Visual Studio's feature. It sounds like CodeRush may not have been there. Share for me though. All right. So
It says this is incorrect. Oh.
no, because we just haven't written any code yet. Don't worry. I'm gonna just make a couple minor changes. I'm gonna change that to column right there, and we're gonna change this to column and this to row. So we have those variable names there. Okay?
Yeah.
And I'm catching up with you. This is row. This is column. Okay? So get square position needs to find the position of the square. I'm going to rename this to square as well.
So, but we also have to be able to get where the selected square is depending on where the caret is. Right?
Yes, that's separate. That's something different, I think. Okay? We'll get that in a minute. Okay. All right, so what we need here, we need 2 for loops. We need to do a for loop to go through all the columns and a for loop to go through all the rows.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in FRI to create a for loop. This is going to give me a for loop with the variable I. And here I'm going to replace the upper bound with 9. Okay? And I'm going to come in and rename I to C for column, I think. Okay? You with me?
Yeah. Wait, one sec. Rename to what?
C for column. Okay? And then I'm going to shift enter on this to duplicate the line.
Shift enter.
And I'm going to have this variable named R. Also going from 0 to 9. You with me?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to do this. I'm going to say, hey, if squares
Wait. Something has happened?
Okay. So right down here on the end of this line, I'm going to come down and I'm going to say, hey, if squares of r comma c equals square.
Okay, wait, one sec. Huh.
Right.
Oh, wait, no, wait. And
Yeah,
we're
you
doing this.
can put it inside if you want, or you can put it before that because it's only got
If-
one child. Yeah, that can work. If squares of r comma c.
Where? Of r comma c.
The of means it's
Yeah.
that's the indexer.
R comma c.
Yeah, if that square is equal to the square word passed in, the parameter,
Wait, oops.
it doesn't quite match up. You didn't get the same suggestion because I renamed this. See what I renamed? You've got it selected square.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to use selected square there or rename selected square to square.
Selected.
And then shift enter to get rid of that, fix the case on it. I'm sorry, not shift enter, I was wrong. I meant control space. Okay, if they're equal, then I want to now do something. I want to set row equal to R and column equal to C, and I want to get out. So I want to return right here. I'm not sure what I want to do down here. And then I've got just these two right here. I'm setting row and column to negative numbers outside of this. We should absolutely find them. At some point, we're passing in the square we already have. We should find it. So we're never expecting to get down to this bit of code down here. But I've just set them to -1s for both of them. You might throw an exception instead.
Okay.
So that gets the square position. We need to also be able to select the square. Right? We've got select square right here. So what we want to do here is we want to check to see, hey, if column is greater than, or greater than 8, then I'm going to say column it's probably easier. This is going to look a little weird. Is equal to column. We talked about this before, but I'm going to remember mod. I'm going to do this instead.
I think I slightly do remember it.
Mod means remainder. So if I divide my number by 9, it'll give me the remainder. So if I I'm not sure what happens with the -1 though. It's going to be, what's the remainder going to be? I think it's going to be a negative number. I need it to be positive, I think. So I think it's really going to be, I think the line of code is really this, math.abs. And I'm thinking ahead a little bit, Campbell, but I'm anticipating a problem. What happens if we pass in a negative number here? I think this is the right code. And then we're going to do squares of row, comma, column. No, we're going to say selected square is equal to that. That's what I think we're going to do for select square. I'm going to give that to you so you don't have to type all that in. Oh, copied it. Thought I had it on the clipboard. Copy and paste. There it is. If you look at each line, let's actually set a breakpoint. And let's run it and step through here. Okay? Step through there. Have a breakpoint here. And let's run it. Go ahead and run it on yours and we'll watch it. Run it, drag it into position so we can see the window. All right, hit the right arrow. Okay, now remember, F10 steps over, so hit F10.
Hitting it. No,
If nothing's happening, hit your function lock key.
no, my function lock key I do not think works. Oh, wait. Oh, wait.
There you go. Now hit F11. F11 goes into it. Say no, answer no to this. This is a one-time thing. All right, now F10.
F10?
And F10. And look right there, see the word true?
Uh-huh.
That is coming from the debug visualizer. It sees that you're debugging and it's telling you that C is definitely less than 9. And so
Okay.
F10. Now we're going into the inside of that, which is the second loop. Now hit F10, R is equal to 0.
Yeah.
R is still less than 9, hit F10. And now hit F10. And now, if the squares is equal to square, we lucked out. The very first one we tried is the selected square. We're at 0, 0.
Yeah.
So hit F10.
10.
And F10. And look, scroll up a little bit, scroll the code up so we can see it.
Row is equal to 0 and R is equal to 0.
And column is going to be equal to 0. Hit F10, because that's where it is. Cool? All right, hit F10. Now you're out. Hit F10. Good. Hit F10. And now select square. Look what we're passing in. Row 0, column 1. See the values? Coder's telling you what values are being passed in.
Oh, yeah.
Because column plus 1 is 1. See it?
Yes.
Okay. Let's F10 or F11. You can go inside it as well. You've got a breakpoint. I see it. It's right on the screen. Okay. F10. And scroll so we can see values. Scroll up so we can see values. All right. So column's going to be set to 1.
And, okay.
And row, and neither of these change. So our math ABS is working, appears to be at least not impacting these. We're just getting a modulus of the row and the column by 9. We're doing mod 9. Okay? And now you're going to say selected squares equal to squares of row and column. Do that.
Wait.
In fact, good. What's the wait? What are you thinking?
Oh, wait, never mind.
Okay. And just run. Just hit run now. F5 to run. Or continue. Click continue or F5 to run. And it moved. So try again. Hit right. Now I want you to do this. Go into your debug menu and choose disable all breakpoints. So we don't have to just do this. One more down.
Disable.
Disable. And now hit run, which is F5. Or hit continue. Click on continue. All right, now move it right. Hit the right. Get to the end, and now let's see what happens. It looks like the modulus is working. Okay? You cool? You got it? You're looking like manically cool.
We can hold it down.
All right, you want to change that background color?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do the background color.
Okay.
You want to go do that, you want to go into square. We can actually do it while it's running. Let me show you. Come over here, go into square. We've set a breakpoint right there. Now just trigger it by hitting the right arrow key. Good. Now we're going to take this, change it to color dot from ARGB. So this takes
A red, a green, and a blue.
Yeah, also maybe just do from RGB. That's a red, green, and blue. And so we'll say
And what was
and
the
these
A
are
in
bytes.
the other one?
What'd you say?
What was the A in the other
A
one?
includes alpha, so you can make it super light or something like that.
Oh.
Like it's not very, like you can see through it a little bit.
Okay.
But we don't need to see through it. We just need it to be kind of light. So I'm gonna say,
We might actually make it a bit see-through.
what'd you say?
We might actually make it a bit less opaque.
Yeah. See this right here?
That's very red. Yes.
This is CodeRush. You can click on that, and CodeRush will give you a color picker. So click on that and pick the color you want. I'm going to do the same thing over on mine as well. Just put in some numbers so I can come in there and get the. So let's change it to RGB. Okay, so I can now get the. Let's watch. Why don't I have that?
Oh.
I'll take your turned off, maybe. Huh. Weird, it was off. Okay. Off for me, let's turn it now that it's on.
Okay.
And I'm going to make mine kind of this yellowish color right here. A little light yellow. Alright, that's mine.
I feel like blue.
So now you can...
Yeah. And then I also made mine a bit see-through.
I would just do it lighter white and make it 100% opaque. Because if we put anything behind it, we won't be able to see through those.
Wait, lighter white and like here?
Closer to white, yeah, move it to the left and to the top.
And then totally opaque.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Get it to where you want it to be.
There?
I often find that, yeah, it's easier. It actually, I'd cut the distance in half between that and white. We'll try it. Clear the breakpoint and run. That's good. I like it. This looks great. Let's see what mine looks. There we go. There's mine. Cool. Yours is, I think, easier to see than mine. I like yours better. All right, I'm switching.
I don't know. Maybe yours is better because it's not supposed to be pulling too much focus. But
Right. It's not supposed to be pulling too much focus.
I do think that it's good to know, like, it pulls your attention.
Certainly does.
Like, because then you know which one's selected very easily.
Yeah.
You might keep your color, but then just, yeah, make it a bit more opaque.
Okay, so now we got to make it go up and down. Can you figure that out?
I think I can. Wait, first we should probably do it with left. Because I think that will
Sure.
be easier.
Let's do left and then up and down.
For now, at least.
Here, yeah, close that down.
Okay. So. Oh, wait, no, it was in here.
Yeah, these are showing you, I think, disabled breakpoint. So,
I'm just getting.
no worries.
Okay. Oh, wait, did I just see it? Yeah. Okay. So we want. We want this, right?
I'm the trash.
Yes. Not something you normally see on a kids show, but sometimes happens.
See?
Professor says, "Oh, Oscar buddy, are you here?" Yeah. What you doing, man? Let's go back over to see the where are you? You look like you're in the right place. Now you're over in the XAML though. What are you thinking?
I am trying to, because you know how we had the
No,
event handler?
no more event handlers are needed. You've got all you need inside the code. So you're right here, and so you're asking the question in line 142. Yeah, there you go. You're in the right direction now. Does key equal key right? If it is, we're going to do that. I like adding that extra space there. It improves readability. That extra empty line.
Key left.
There you go.
And then that's not it. Column -1, right?
Yeah, that's what I tried. Save it and run it. F5 to run. Nice easy key to hit. It's right there on the edge over there. Scroll over so we can see it. Move it over so we can see it. Does it work?
Yeah.
What about if we go left?
Yep.
All the way, does it wrap around?
No.
It doesn't.
What? Oh God, that's. Yeah.
Okay, so we got some problems. We gotta fix that so it wraps around.
Why?
Why?
Wait, let me.
It's because this is not working right.
I think. Yeah.
Is what's going on. Another way of doing this is this. This might be the better way to do this, and certainly easier to read. I want to say this. If column is greater than or equal to 9, then I'm going to say column, I'm going to subtract 9 from it. See that? See what I've done?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then I'm going to do the other check in the other direction. I'm going to say, hey, if column is less than 0, then I'm going to say column, what am I going to do here?
Plus 9.
Yeah, plus equals 9.
Yeah, plus 9.
Okay, let's try that instead of this. And then once you write that code, select those lines and duplicate them and replace column with row.
Okay.
Okay. Get rid of that output window down there so you have more room to see all your code. And go ahead and zoom it back in so we can see it. We're in the split view here.
In select square, right?
Yeah, it's in select square. You're gonna get rid of those two map ABS mod things I tried to do. Get rid of those and now replace it with what I've got here.
If
it's greater than or equal to 9, or you could say if it's greater than 8, you can do that too, but I kind of like the
greater than equal to.
I like the 9 because we're also adding it on the next line because it kind of shows what's going on. We're keeping it in bounds. Semicolon at the end of that line of code. Good.
If column
Good. Now select these two lines of code. When I see two lines, I mean the two if statements. And then shift enter.
Shift enter.
And change column to row. That's going to keep everything in bounds. And now run it and see if it works. Move it on screen so we can see it. Move it to the right a bit. So let's see. Right, and then nope, left. Left's not working. Oh, left's not working for me because I didn't write the code.
Oh.
You wrote it, I didn't. Does it work for you?
Yeah, it works for me.
Okay, so now we're going to come in here. I'm going to just write it quickly here. If the key is equal to this left, instead, we're going to come down here and say column -1. Good. Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Are you happy? Let's see if that works for me. So
Now
right,
down.
left, left, left. All right, start to working on down.
And then once we get down, up will be pretty easy. Enter key, no, not enter, down. Column, no. Column will stay. Column will stay how it is, but row will be plus, no, -1. Right? Yeah. Why is it saying everything?
Because you're still running, hit Shift F5 to stop running.
Okay, and then Shift Enter. Up. Row minus. This one -1, but this will become plus. And that's it, right?
Run it. Try it.
Oh wait, no, there's still something we have to do here, right?
Nope. You're good. Maybe add a line out between line 171 and 172, just so it's a little easier to read. You've already got the code there. We duplicated it, created that row check. So that should all work. Move it to the right so we can see it.
Oh wait.
Move it to the right so we can see it and describe what's happening.
Oh, okay. Look. If I press down, I think I got them switched.
Okay, cool. Let's go fix it. You can actually fix it without closing the app. Without closing the app, you can set a breakpoint. You can go back to the code, set a breakpoint, move it down, and fix it. So no one will ever know that it was wrong. So you just set a breakpoint like here. Come back over here, move it, hitting an arrow key so we get the trigger. And then come down here and say like, what? What are you talking about? I didn't make a mistake. Nobody saw that. What are you talking about? And then you just clear the breakpoint like that. And then you say, what are you talking about a few more times? And you hit run again. And then bring it up and take a look at it.
Well, that's a little bit confusing how up is into +1.
Well, if you think about it, we're starting from the top, right? And up means we're subtracting to getting closer.
Now we just have to bring the caret with it.
We have to give it focus, right? Let's give it focus. That's a great idea. Bring the caret with it. We can also fix that without stopping the app. We can use edit and continue. So right up here at the top of mainwindow.xaml.cs, where we select the square, we call show selection. See the show selection call?
Wait.
You can just look
Where?
at my code if you want a second.
Okay.
I'm inside selected square, this property. In the setter, we call show selection, right?
Yeah.
That would be a really good time to activate that text box. Do you agree?
Wait, what text box?
The text box we dropped on the form at the very beginning. Remember those like 81 text boxes we dropped?
Yeah,
So we want to give it focus. So we can do that right here in show selection. We're inside square now. I moved over to square.
Wait, what? Sorry? What? What did you say?
We're inside square now. I've moved over to square, square.cs.
Oh.
So you can look at the code. You can tell where I am by looking at the tab at the top. Okay? And I'm inside show selection. And all I'm going to do in here is I'm going to say textbox.focus. Is it focus? Yeah, it's focus. Like that. No hit and run after you get it. Semicolon on there. See if that works for you. Remember to move your window over to the right when it starts up. All right, how's it work?
Yeah, it seems to be working pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's nice. I can totally see it. That's super cool. Excellent.
Wait, when it wraps around, it keeps it as well.
Good. Good. Okay, good. All right. What's our time? We're at about getting close to 2 hours. We're about 7 minutes to go before we're all the way down here. Here's what we've done. We've dropped down 81. We've got our Sudoku Sudoku layout set up here. We've got the bars between them, so we've got the groups in here. Anything you want to do in the last 7 minutes, Camel? I'm just checking the code if you want. What do you want to do? Where are you?
Should we make it so that the available characters actually work so that you can't, or is that too hard? Do you think we can do that in 7 minutes?
That's tough in 7 minutes, I think.
Okay, then we'll not, we don't have to do it.
We can maybe try it.
No, it's okay, we don't have to.
Why don't we try it on my machine? Let me see what I can do. Is that cool? You want to try that or no?
Sure.
Yes or
Yeah,
no?
Sure.
Okay. Let's first grab the characters that are available. It's TBX available characters, that. So I'm going to grab that and I'm going to, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to create an event handler on it for when it's changed. That's going to be my text changed event handler. And when that's changed, I need to then set available characters. It's going to be some kind of string. I'm going to call a method here called set available characters. Like this. Declare that. And inside there, I'm going to go grab that text. And I'm going to assign it to a string here. Available chars, set that equal to that. I'm going to trim it so we don't have any white space at the beginning or ending. If the available character length is not equal to 9, then I'm going to show a problem. What did I miss? 7 minutes, yikes. I have a new command I want to try out. Yeah, do you want me to switch this over? Hold on. I think you're now on top. Try that, Surly. And he chooses sure. Dang kids. Okay, so if the length is not 9, I want to show an error. So I'm going to say, hey, background is equal to a new solid color brush.
Red.
And I'm gonna create like a red background is what I'm gonna do. Colors.red if we've got a problem. Otherwise, I'm gonna come in and say it's equal to white. Can you do me a favor and keep an eye on the drones to make sure they're not doing it up to any no good?
We might want to make it so that it only changes the it only changes the background color to red when 9 is less than, when the length is less than 9, or greater than 9. Oh wait, maybe less.
So we're kind of typing something in?
Yeah, so because kind of like when you're typing something in, maybe not. Maybe we can do it so that.
Well, you know, the beauty of this is we can play with this all day. We can change things left, back, and forth until we like it. So I'm going to do that at the very least. We still need to maybe do some additional checks, like did you duplicate any characters? I need to get all the unique characters, that sort of thing. But I'm just going to start here, available characters. I'm going to make this actually, I'm going to promote this to a field. Widen scope, promote to field. So now I've got to turn the local variable into a field variable. So I can use this everywhere. Next, when I create a new square, I want to take that text box and I want to hook an event on it. I want to see text changed. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go back to my main window. I'm going to change my available characters to a static so I can see it. And I'm going to make it public. That means I can see it without having an instance of my main window. I'm going to come back over here and say main window.available characters. Now I've got an ability to check it, right? So here's my text change event arcs coming in, right? So what are we saying? What do you want to have happen? Do you want the character to be typed in? Do you want it to just be deleted? Do you want it to be prevented from going in?
I think it might just be prevented.
Okay.
So that it can't go in. So that when you press any character except for the available ones, it just nothing happens.
All right, so the sender is going to be a text box. So I'm going to ask the question, hey, if sender is a text box, which we're totally expecting, if not text box, then I'm going to get a variable text box back. This is a way of declaring a variable in an if statement. So if sender is text box, then if it is, put it in this variable called text box. Once it's there, I can check the text. And I can do something like this. I can say, hey, if textbox.text .length is greater than 1, it's too long, then I'm going to say textbox.text is equal to, I'm going to grab the last character. This is the last one you typed in. I'm not sure I'm liking this actually, to be honest. I'm not liking this code at all. I'm going to do instead text box. We're not going to hook this on. I want to do preview key down here. Is what I think I want to do. Preview key down. Like that. And now I want to check to see if it's in those available characters. I'm going to just run it because I want to see what data is coming in key event args here. But let's run it and see what happens. So I'm here. Are we out of time? I feel like we're out of time. I'm going to hit the number 2. All right, so we're in here. What's the key event args look like? Key is D2. The problem is D2 is hard to correlate with the available characters that we saw before. Because the key can be like this. Look at this, Campbell. If key Oops. E dot key equals this dot. The letters are in here too, but they're, again, this is an enum, Camel. If you are not paying attention, I will go much faster.
Sorry.
But if you are paying attention, I will go slower because I want to make sure you get it. And it's not a, it's, we're 2 hours in, so there's nothing you have to do. But should I slow down or not? Or should I just go?
You can keep going at the pace you're at.
Okay. So the problem is figuring out which is, you know, what, mapping the letter or the character A, for example, to this, which is an enum value. There's a challenge here. That doesn't really work very well. Also, there's another one, which is like, for example, the number 2 I just pressed. That's a key called, that's an enum element called D2. See that? So these are not the same type, so being able to do a test is tough. It's tough, tough, tough. If we restricted it to just the numbers, it would be much easier. We'd just check to see if it's key 1, whatever. So this, I'm now rejecting this as an option to solve the problem. I'm going back to where I was before. Text box, subtext changed, plus equals, text box changed. And now I'm going to do, I think what I was doing the length of it. I was going to say if E dot, what's in here? Source changes. Ooh. So I was going to need information about the changes that occurred. Let's just kind of live in this space for a second. Set a breakpoint there and run it. See what happens. I'm going to come in, I'm going to make one change here. I'm going to hit the number 2, I think is what I hit. What are the changes? Added length, offset, remove length. Interesting. It doesn't say what we added. But it says basically the offset is 0 and the added length is 1. So what we can do is we can say, okay, if sender is text box, give it a variable, oops, text box, like that. If that's the case, then I can come into text box and I think there's a get line text. No, I don't want that. I want like a get text. What do you got for me that starts with get? It gives me the text. Let's get value in. No. Huh. All right, I guess I'm going to do get line text, like that. And it's asking the line index, which I guess is 0, because there's only one line in these. So I'm going to come down here now. So let's just do this. Let's step through. It's true. What's the line text is 2. Now at this point, I've got my changes. So I can go into changes, e.changes dot, oh, I'm sorry, of 0. That's the first change, I think. Not sure or no. What's inside changes? Yeah, 0. It's not giving me anything when I hit the dot here. System window controls text change. So it needs to be system windows controls text change. Okay. Just call it text change. So that change is equal to that. Well, what's going on here? Something like that indexing. Gonna get first. There we go. Happy with me now? Okay, there's my text change. And now the text change has an offset and it has a length. So now what I can do is find out exactly what changed. What changed is equal to my line text, do a substring on that, and I'm going to start with the offset, and then I'm going to pass in the link. And that should give me back exactly the number 2. Where is it? Isn't there a link? Added link is I guess what it's called. Let's see what we get for that, for what changed. Nope. No ref. Maybe I didn't go back far enough. Let's come up here. Okay, cool. What changes now at 2? Now I can check to see is, hey, if main window dot, what is it? What do I call that thing? Chars, available chars dot contains what changed, then we're okay. And then I'm going to say my text box dot text is equal to what changed. Because in case I had already a 2 and I hit a 2 a second time, or a 3 and a 2, I don't want a 32 to be in there. That's what I want to do. So I'm going to come back up here. What changed? Boom. All right, now let's run it. I think that's the code. A little bit messy, but now watch what happens. When I hit a 3, it should replace it. Look at that. 4, 5, 6, 7. See what's happening? It's not allowing 2 keys. And if I hit 9, ooh. Why did that fail? Oh, because I got a 9 up here.
Yeah, okay. I was a bit confused for a second because I was like, wait, it should be doing that, right?
If I hit 0 though, it's not clearing it up. So if it's clearing, if this is the case, I think what I need to do is if it's something wrong, like it's a key that doesn't count, I think I'm going to make it a space.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Yeah. So let's try that. We're going to say 0, and now we're going to come in and say, if it's not in what it contains it, whoops, that was weird. We're going to say that's equal to a space, like that. Let's run that. And now run and see what happens when so I'm getting all kinds of things, and now just those numbers work. Anything else clears it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. That wasn't too bad. I might want to make one more change. Notice how the numbers are all off to the side here?
Wait, no.
They're to the left. See how the numbers are all kind of lined to the left? I want to center those, and I can do that right here real easily in the constructor. Pretty sure. Turn alignment. Text alignment. Set that equal to center. Okay, and let's run that. That should just fix it. It's kind of this cool place where every square, there we go, it already looks better. So 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever like that. Okay, good. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay, let's check in the code. I'm going to give you just what I changed. I'm just going to give you this whole file here that I created. It's just the square class. And then you can check it from your side over there.
Yeah.
All right, and we'll do that. I'm going to get a raid going. Thanks everybody for joining us.
Okay.
Watch out, Campbell. The drones are moving in to surround you. The drones are moving in to surround you. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Look out, Campbell.
Okay.
Look out. We'll send you over to chill codes. Here we go. What about Ed Charbonneau? Okay, well, I can cancel. Hold on. Looks like I'm not following Ed, but I can certainly type that in. Is that his, let me go give him a follow.
Look at that. I just put fudge on mine.
All right, I'm giving him a follow. We'll send you over to Ed.
Sure, do I need to do anything else in this scenario? I think I covered most of my bases. Thanks for the follow, CodeRush.
All right. He's doing Blazer. All righty.
Is that the CodeRush?
Yeah,
from this Code Rushed stream?
it is.
Okay.
All right.
Click on Manage Products.
Now goodbye.
And I hit
Right?
Edit.
What'd you say, Gimbal?
Now goodbye. Right?
Yeah, now we can do goodbyes.
Bye.
You checking the code?